Back with example 2, and we are asked to construct a demand function for some framing studs. So when we have 2,500 framing studs will be available when the price is $1 each, but 3,500 when the price is 90 cents each. And I actually said that backwards. The demand, so this is how many the consumer would be willing to purchase, not how many would be supplied. And so you can see that as the price goes down, the demand goes up. So when the price goes from $1 down to 90 cents, the demand, or the number that the consumer wants to purchase, goes from 2,500 to 3,500 because they feel like they're getting a better deal when they pay 90 cents each. Now, again, remember that this is bad news for the supplier if that happens, because yes, they would be able to sell more of their product, but at a reduced price. And so this, again, is just the demand function for this one. We are going to run through that, but there would be market equilibrium here where the supplier would eventually say, hey, I'm not going to go any lower on my price. And the consumer would eventually say, hey, I am not going to pay any more than this much. And then they would come to an agreed upon price and an agreed upon quantity, which would be market equilibrium. For this problem, though, we just have a demand function we are trying to come up with. So with that, we have 2 points. So we've got to do point slope form. Our first set of points is going to be 2,500, 1, meaning 2,500 boards at $1 each, and 3,500 at 90 cents each. So we will need the slope for this, so I'm going to go ahead and label my x1, my y1, my x2, and my y2, and get my slope function going. And with that, we do have our y2 is going to be 0.90, our y1 is 1, and our x2 is 3,500, and our x1 is 2,500. So, giving that to Wolfram, everyone, what I end up coming up with, give me one moment here, we have 0.90 minus 1 divided by 3,500 minus 2,500. So giving that to Wolfram, everyone, I do get a slope of negative 0.0001. And so that slope is actually going to mean the price, as the price is changing, the price would be going down as the number demanded goes up. So with that, that is our slope, and so we do have our point slope form here. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Let's go ahead and swing our information in there. So we have y minus y1 is 1 is equal to our slope of negative 0.0001 times x minus x1 is 2,500. So we're going to go ahead and give that to Wolfram, everyone, and see what we get as a result. Let's go ahead and do that. We want the alternate form that looks like y equals mx plus b in this case. And so we end up with an alternate form that is y equals, and again, I'm going to put my x value first, negative 0.0001 x plus 1.25. And if I were to interpret the slope and the y-intercept of this, everyone, this y-intercept right here would tell me that when the price becomes $1.25, the demand would be 0 if the price was $1.25. That means that the consumer would feel that the price was way too high and would not be interested in any. And then as that price goes down, the consumer would be willing to purchase more. And so that's where our negative slope comes from in that regard, is that as the price drops, the quantity would increase. And so with that, everyone, we are asked, would you rather sell 2,500 studs for $1 each or 3,500 studs for 90 cents each? And the question is, how come? So that's for part A. And we have an Apple Pencil that's choosing to not work. There we go. And so for part B, we do have the question of 2,500 for $1. So let's just do some simple multiplication here. 2,500 for $1, we would make $2,500 in that instance. If we were to sell 3,500 for 90 cents each, I'm going to swing it in Wolfram really quick and see what I get. And I get 3,150. So even though this company would be selling them at a reduced price of 90 cents each, it would be to their benefit in the end to make the $3,150 instead of the $2,500, as long as they are not over projecting their costs to do so. And so the piece that is missing from this conversation is cost, and we would have to be very careful to make sure that we are not making costs go super high in order to produce these things. But to simply answer this question, I would rather sell 3,500 at 90 cents each, because we would end up making more money doing so in this model.